This is QTV News coming to you from our studios on Caraba Avenue, and I am Andy Kema. Thanks for joining us. Here are the main news headlines. 2 suspects in the shooting which left 2 police officers dead and 1 hospitalized appeared at the Kanifing Magistrate Court today. On Thursday, President Adama Barrow received at the State House yesterday the outgoing UNDP country representative as she wrapped up her 4-year tenure in the Gambia. On Wednesday, National Assembly members passed a motion for the reconsideration of the anti-corruption bill on a day it was to undergo a 3rd reading before it formalized. The Medical Research Council Unit de Gambia at the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine launched a 3-year project to implement and evaluate a coordinated strategy to eliminate mother-to-child transmission of certain diseases. In international news, as the war in Sudan rages on, UNICEF has warned that at least 1,000 children are likely to die due to malnutrition and disease. Those were the headlines. Now the news in detail. Two suspects in the shooting which left 2 police officers dead and 1 hospitalized appeared at the Kanifing Magistrates Court today. On the line to tell us the latest, we have Momodu Musa Sisawa, Police PRO. Hello, good evening, Mr. Sisawa.
Good evening, and thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sisawa. So, Mr. Sisawa, we'll just get straight to it. The 2 suspects were in court today. Can you please tell us the latest update?
Yes, thank you. Like you mentioned initially, the principal suspect and another suspect in the case appeared today at the Kanifing Magistrate Court earlier today. For the case to be mentioned and their upon request for it to be transferred to the High Court due to lack of jurisdiction of the Magistrate Court to hear this case. And you could remember that Usainu Bojang, who was involved, the primary suspect in the murder of 2 police officers. He's been charged for murder on 2 counts, the murder of Ate and also the murder of Tang. And also he is being charged for the act of terrorism. And equally, Ami Bujang, who also is also charged, who is also being charged for the knowing that or having reason to believe that Usainu Bujang has committed a murder. So accessory after the fact to murder contrary to Section 202 of the Penal Code of the Gambia. This is what happened at the court. And actually, the case will be transferred, but the procedures are such that we cannot come with a date at the moment. Applications are in process and in progress rather, and that hopefully the public will be informed as to when and how the proceeding will continue at the High Court. Thank you.
Thank you. There's concern about the suspects being held for more than 72 hours. Can you clarify the reason behind their prolonged detention?
Actually, there has not been any prolonged detention if you would understand the situation or the scenario in which we find ourselves in this case. This is a murder case, and we do understand that murder cases are not available cases. I think the consideration for the 72 hours usually is the case that the person needed to be bailed if not charged or taken before a court within the 72 hours. So as a result, the fact that this case actually is a murder case and is not bailable, there is no such provision where the consideration for such would be applied.
And can you discuss any efforts being made to foster community police relations at this moment?
Yes, many are on the way currently around the Senegambia Way, or highway, and also the OIC road, and even within the communities. And also the community policing unit and the public relations office is working tirelessly to ensure that the public is informed on the progresses. And also, not only that, but also to call for the cooperation of the public in times like this to come forward with information that will be helpful in the investigation of such a tragic incident that occurred.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Modu Musa Sisowo, for speaking to me on QTV News by providing insights on this. We want to say we appreciate your willingness to keep the public informed.
Thanks for having me.
Away from that story, President Adama Barrow received at the State House on Thursday, Saturday, the outgoing UNDP country representative as she wrapped up her 4-year tenure in the Gambia. Aliu Cisse reports.
Speaking to journalists shortly after meeting the president, Saturday said she was at the presidency to express gratitude for the government's partnership with UNDP in relation to its various interventions.
When I started here, the president has a priority related to community development. So people who are really felt like left behind will be out of poverty and have access to basic social services. And while the PACD, for instance, provided water, electricity especially, and labor service device, and you name it, but they did it differently. And likewise, even when the COVID struck, we tried to transform some challenges into opportunities, working in close collaboration with other UN agencies, with the World Bank, WHO, and now you have NDEBAN. And for the first time in Gambian history, there's oxygen that is produced to cover the whole country together with these partners, but also there's a global fund.
According to her, the UNDP support the establishment of the National Human Rights Commission and the conduct of peaceful elections, among others.
The Gambia has opened a new chapter, and the whole world is looking at the Gambia as a peaceful country, a country of hope, a country of development and growth. And we are here I was here to not only say bye-bye, but to reiterate UNDP commitment in continuing this very strong collaboration, in being always close to the population, to be here to serve the people of the Gambia. And personally, it has really been an honor to be here to collaborate with the press, with all stakeholders, the private sector, but doing development differently, whether on democracy, on private sector, on youth engagement, because we have prominent youth from the Gambia who are now known worldwide, and what the youth are doing here is also exported as model.
Her successor will be arriving on the 2nd of October 2023 to continue the work started in the Gambia. She concluded by thanking all the staff at the UNDP for making her stay in the Gambia memorable. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliu Cisse.
On Wednesday, National Assembly members passed a motion for the reconsideration of the anti-corruption bill. On a day it was to undergo a third reading before it is formally passed, having undergone the initial consideration stage with amendments last week. Aliu Cisse again.
Alhaji S. Dabo, the National Assembly member for Brikama North and minority leader, moved the motion for the reconsideration of a clause that involves the Justice Minister in decision-making on investigation and prosecution.
Honorable Speaker, on that, I want to submit that we reconsider Clause 75 of the bill, which reads, prosecution of offenses. 1. Every prosecution for an offense under this Act or any other law prohibiting bribery, corruption, and other related offenses shall be done with the consent of the Attorney General. Honorable Speaker, I refer you to Clause 6 of the bill, which reads, investigate and prosecute any act of corruption or other matters prescribed under this Act. By virtue of that, the committee submit that where we have, with the consent of the minister, we want to maintain our submission to be in consultation with the minister, instead of in consent, with the consent of the minister. To do that, we require amending this particular clause, and that cannot be done without the reconsideration. So I submit.
Last week, Assembly members finalized the consideration stage with amendments as they went through the bill clause by clause, assisted by the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. Members also passed a motion moved by Deputy Speaker C.D. Eskenjai on the clause in the bill on the definition and interpretation of undue advantage. According to the bill, undue advantage includes gifts, loans, rewards, or commission consisting of money or any other valuable security or other property or interest in property. The Attorney General and Minister of Justice Dauda A. Jallow was represented by Babakar Boy, the Minister of Public Affairs.
Titled Anti-Corruption Bill 2023 be committed to the ABC for reconsideration. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
In 2019, the former Justice Minister Abubakar Tambadou tabled the bill before the 5th Legislature for enactment. Among other things, the bill seeks to prohibit and prescribe punishment for corruption and related offences. It creates an anti-corruption commission vested with the responsibility to investigate and prosecute offenders. It also provides for punishment ranging from a fine not exceeding 1 million and imprisonment not exceeding 5 years or both, among many other sanctions. Many countries in the West Africa sub-region have such commissions. However, for the Gambia, the formation of such a body remains on hold for now. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cissé.
The Medical Research Council Unit, the Gambia, at the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine launched a 3-year project to implement and evaluate a coordinated strategy to eliminate mother-to-child transmission of diseases such as HIV and syphilis and hepatitis B. Ansumana Esonyasi tells us more.
The launch of this 3-year project is the culmination of transnational efforts to end disease transmission between pregnant women and their unborn babies in the Gambia and Burkina Faso. Dubbed the Triple Elimination, seeks to terminate mother-to-child transmission of 3 life-threatening diseases, HIV, syphilis and hepatitis B. The project also aims to improve antenatal screening to prevent early infection. Professor Umberto de Alessandro, Unit Director at MRC Gambia at the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, highlighted the impact of similar projects implemented by the unit in the past with great success. And Professor de Alessandro called on partners, especially stakeholders, directly involved in implementing the project to work closely to ensure a successful outcome.
One of the major studies that was done in the Gambia is the GHIS, so the Gambia Hepatitis Intervention Study, which is a very, very unique study that started in 1986. So many years ago, Gambia is the first country in Africa that included hepatitis B vaccination.
Dr. Mamadou T. Nyasi, Deputy Director of Health Services at the Ministry of Health, and Dembo Kante, Head of Strategic Partnerships at MRC, say while the Gambia may have over the years made significant gains in the fight against diseases such as hepatitis, it is important to note that several other countries on the continent continue to record undesirable data. Hence, they echoed Professor Umberto's call for close collaboration amongst project implementing agencies.
Globally, hepatitis B is now a priority as it is also vertically transmitted. Therefore, the need to add hepatitis for the trial, testing, and the triple elimination agenda for HIV, syphilis, and hepatitis B. Evidence has revealed that hepatitis B prevalence in the Gambia is 8% among the general population and 5 to 8% among pregnant women.
Research cannot go without data management. You need to make sure that whatever data that you collect is being collected ethically, is being managed properly. When you finish, you can be able to access that data and be able to use it both for yourself and for wider society. So we are working with partners across the sub-region to work on our data management systems and also establish a West Africa data sharing platform.
Several other speakers, including Dr. Lauren Perez and Dr. Sylvie Boyer, gave presentations on the project and its expected impact. Mother-to-child transmission of HIV, syphilis, and hepatitis B virus infections are a major public health concern, especially in West Africa. However, experts believe they can be prevented through a triple elimination model as enshrined in the project. Meanwhile, MRC Gambia officials hope their unwavering desire to lead efforts for a healthy country through research will save lives in West Africa and improve health across the world. Ansumana Esonyasi for KTV News.
We will now go for a commercial break. When we return, we have more local and international news stories. Stay with us.
No more leakage, cracks, or a broken roof. Batimat's got you covered. With its wide range of waterproofing products, from roofing systems, flame cut, and sealants, from the most trusted and reliable international brands, all to make your life easier. Batimat, your trusted partner.
Batimat, welcome home.
Technology has always been at the forefront of our lives, and the way we use it has evolved drastically over the years. With the advent of 5G internet, we are entering a new era of technological innovation that promises to transform the way we live, work, and play. 5G internet is capable of providing data speeds up to 100 times faster than 4G, making it the ideal solution for streaming high-quality videos, playing online games, and downloading large files on the go. 5G internet is already transforming cities across the globe, powering smart cities, self-driving cars, and virtual reality experiences that were once thought impossible. 5G internet is also paving the way for Internet of Things, allowing for seamless connectivity between devices and the creation of a truly connected world. For the first time in the Gambia, QCell is bringing tomorrow's technology to you today with the launch of QCell 5G internet. Get ready to experience the out-of-this-world wonders of QCell's 5G internet. For more information, call 111. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is QTV News. Public health officials alongside partners in the Lower River region commenced a community outreach vaccination campaign on Tuesday as part of their routine immunization. Our regional correspondent, Bakari Balde, accompanied the campaign team and he filed this report.
This door-to-door activity includes human papillomavirus, HPV, and COVID-19 vaccination, and also tracing defaulters who are not regular with their reproductive and child health routine vaccinations, widely known as NOS. Mariama Gomez is the Public Health Desk Officer of Soma District Hospital.
We are doing defaulter tracing for children under 5 who have missed a vaccine or more, and also we are also doing the HPV vaccination to vaccinate girl children from cervical cancer, and also we are doing the COVID-19 vaccination also. We all know that these are not new things in the system. For the COVID, we've been doing it. We've done at least 10 rounds of COVID, and still now we are doing it.
Ms. Gomez further outlined the various age groups targeted in this intensification vaccination campaign.
For the HPV, we are only giving it to girl children who are from 9 years to 14 years, or who are in grade 3. And for the routine service, that is the vaccines we give during RCH for children who are under 5.
The main partner in this activity is the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education. Ulematu Sane, a public health officer, and Sidi Jammeh, a senior education officer, are among those carrying out the vaccination.
I have just vaccinated a child who only took one of the series, like the person only took BCG, hepatitis, and OPV, and that is given when the child is born, immediately when the child is born. Since then, it's like the mother has never been coming to the facility, and that is really bad. We are giving vaccines that are to prevent the children from having certain diseases. So if they are sitting at home and not coming to the facility, it's like you are endangering your child. So I would implore them to be coming to the hospitals regularly.
We were engaged with our cluster monitors so that the other part of it which concerns the schools, which is the HPV vaccination, and that is why we are part of this team. And so far, we started this morning, and we are going around from one compound to another. We're targeting defaulters.
Mbarisi, the LRR's regional vaccination officer, says they are doing this to prevent children from contracting viral diseases, and he has this advice.
Let them follow our teams and take the vaccine. The vaccine is safe, and it has proven that it is the best method of preventing coronavirus. It is the best method of fighting the pandemic. Yeah. Let them come out and take the vaccine. They protect themselves, protect their families, and protect the people that they are living with.
Since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic nearly 4 years ago, the Gambian government through the Ministry of Health and partners have been working to ensure people are free from the virus, as we have noticed a significant progress in efforts to reach the nationwide 70% vaccinated target. Bakari Balde, QTV News.
And now to international news. As the war in Sudan rages on, UNICEF has warned that at least 1,000 children are likely to die due to malnutrition and disease. The warning comes amidst growing international calls for a ceasefire, as many of the country's health institutions remain out of service. More in this report.
Amidst a violent conflict that has already claimed thousands of lives and displaced over 7 million, Sudan is facing yet another challenge. After hundreds of children died in camps on the outskirts of the capital, Khartoum, where many displaced families have sought refuge, the UN has issued a warning that unless immediate action is taken to support the most vulnerable children, thousands more are at risk from malnutrition. Many of those listed as being at high risk are children under the age of 5. With warring factions indiscriminately attacking even health facilities, many healthcare professionals have either fled the country or sought refuge in places where it is difficult for them to offer help. This latest development comes in the wake of reported difficulties in gaining access to basic necessities such as food. And according to the WHO, 3.4 million babies and young children are severely undernourished in Sudan. Meanwhile, the UN Children's Agency UNICEF said that of the 330,000 babies due by the end of the year, many thousands of newborns would die. UNICEF spokesperson James Elder told a Geneva briefing on Tuesday that with millions trapped in war zones or displaced and grave shortages of medical supplies, skilled care for pregnant women is becoming less likely by the day. The conflict in Sudan, which broke out almost 6 months ago between Sudanese government forces and the paramilitary rapid support forces, has brought the country's healthcare system to its knees. So far, some 7,500 people have been killed in the fighting, according to the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project. However, aid groups put the toll much higher, since many of those injured or killed never make it to the hospital. Meanwhile, the UN and other aid agencies have called for more support for displaced persons, especially malnourished children in camps, many of whom now reportedly risk death. Ansman Esonyasi for KTV News.
We will now shift our attention to the world of sports. Austin B FC emerged champions after beating Junction B FC 1-0 in an exciting final in Young Players Football Tournament in Banjul. Our sports reporter Momodu Gajaga was there and he now reports.
Momodu Barry was the hero after scoring the goal which proved to be the winner for Austin B FC against Johnson B FC in the Young Footballers Under-16 tournament organized by Chipai Kerhalei. In what was a one-sided game for Austin B, it nevertheless was decided by a single goal. Momodu Barry controlled the ball beautifully before volleying into the net to score a spectacular goal. The goal scorer shares his joy at scoring the winning goal.
I'm so happy. I was raising goal. I scored two goals, and the semi-final I don't play. I miss it, and there is my goal there. And this game I say I will score.
Johnson B tried to find a late equalizer, but Austin B defended very well to seal their victory. The tournament is organized by Sirif Kamara, who is known by his stage name Chipai. Sirif says the competition is organized to give children the opportunity to socialize, compete, and help them keep away from the risk of drowning at sea during the school holiday. I've seen every summer kids who go to the beach and unfortunately some of them drown. Since there is no recreational facilities in Banjul, I decided to stage this football competition to get them engaged and have fun.
So you see football with this initiative that was last year.
Pasule Mbai, coach of Austin BFC, winners of the trophy, is delighted. I am so happy for the victory. I knew my players would deliver. I am almost speechless at the moment. Asan Sen, coach of Johnson BFC, says his team were not lucky and got punished for their mistakes.
They just have one chance and capitalize it. That's it. Let my team go and prepare again there are more tournaments ahead of us.
During school holidays, keeping children busy by playing sports, including football, helps them have fun, keep fit, encourage friendship, and creates opportunities to have holiday adventures. They will be excited to recount when they return to school. Parents have welcomed this idea and commended the organizers for staging the event. Mudu Gajaga, QTV News.
Well, a very big congratulations to Austin B Football Club for winning this tournament. Before we end this bulletin, here's a recap of the headlines. On Thursday, President Adama Barrow received at the State House Saturday the outgoing UNDP country representative as she wrapped up her 4-year tenure in the Gambia. On Wednesday, National Assembly members passed a motion for the reconsideration of the anti-corruption bill on a day it was to undergo a third reading before it is formally passed. The Medical Research Council unit, the Gambia, at the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine launched a 3-year project to implement and evaluate a coordinated strategy to eliminate mother-to-child transmission of HIV, syphilis, and hepatitis B. In international news, as the war in Sudan rages on, UNICEF has warned that at least 1,000 children are likely to die due to malnutrition and disease. In sports news, Austin B FC emerged champions after beating Junction B FC 1-0 in the Young Players Football Tournament in Banjul. That's all we have for you in this bulletin. Join us at 10 p.m. for another news bulletin. Thanks for watching.